Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Pup. We're here for the semifinals of the PPDL. We did end up having a bye last week, so we are in the semis facing off against Jamal again. We played them in week 7. They are 7-1. We are also 7-1, but we have 10 more differential than them. They've been very good all season, only losing to me. So this is going to be a great matchup. They're going to get their run back. I think they're going to come back with a vengeance, and it's going to be really scary this time. If you guys do enjoy the little cup draft content, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are starting up season 2 pretty soon. If you guys want to get involved, please join my Discord. Links in the description. Although we do already have all of our coaches, you guys can join and be replacements, or you guys can just join for the fun and for potential season 3 once this is all finished if you join down there. But let's get into the matchup. If you guys watch week 7, you guys will know what Jamal's team is about. They got a Buizel, very, very fast Pokemon, but also the very fast Pokemon on their team is Murkrow, which is their little cup Uber, or like their little cup plus, kind of the premise of the league. Very scary Pokemon. I mean, just clicks buttons versus me. Obviously, you see it a lot in like a standard play, more as like a prankster Pokemon, like VGC sort of stuff, but it's really good here for its offenses and its speed. It's actually pretty solid into my Delibird since it does have Heat Wave, which puts me in a little bit of a pickle with that. But they also have Glimmora, which can easily set up T-Spikes or Spikes against me, which is super scary. They have Riolu, which is a more scary Pokemon to be like a setup threat, like Nasty Plot, Vacuum Wave sort of stuff. With how powerful the priority is in Little Cup, it's pretty strong. It also has just that great speed tier, outspeeding most of my team. Obviously not like the Delibird and stuff like that, but it is scary. They have Chingling. I don't think it comes to the matchup. I don't really know what Chingling does, but they brought Cosmog last time, so we'll see. I'm most worried about Dratini, honestly. I feel like Dragon Dance plus Extreme Speed is really tough for my team to deal with, and they didn't bring it last week. I feel like it comes this time, so I have to be really ready for that. Obviously, Cosmog is here. All it gets is Teleport. They brought it last time as just, some fun, but we ended up destroying it. They have a Terrafuecoco, which is a super scary Pokemon. I mean, great defensive Pokemon versus my team being able to click Will-O-Wisp for free against all of my physical attackers because I'm bringing 5 physical attackers again this week. I think last time I brought all 6 as physical, which is really funny. But also, just has that great defensive profiling with Slack Off, Unaware, so I can't really break through it with Setup, which would be my number 1 answer. But I can't really do that. And then its typing is just really annoying for like Delibird to try to break through. Obviously, being a fire type, it can change into something to resist the flying, which I could see something like electric looks pretty strong into my team. Obviously, last time they brought water, which is just a great defensive typing as well. So I have to be a little bit careful about that. They have SANDSHREW down the board, which is more of like a defensive rapid spinner for them, but also could be some sort of like Sand Rush Pokemon, which is really scary. I don't switch into Earthquakes very well. Obviously, I have the Delibird, but if they click a rock move, then I'm in a bad spot. And the last Pokemon on their team is Bounsweet. Pretty sure this Pokemon also gets Rapid Spin, but just not good in the matchup at all when I have the Delibird that absolutely destroys it. The rest of my team is really good into it anyways, with my defensive typings anyways, so definitely don't bring that. But really, really scary team. I'm going to have my hands full with this matchup. But we're going to start off here with my Delibird. Obviously, I have to bring my Little Cup plus Pokemon, and it's great in the matchup here. I'm not going to bring it as the lead. I do expect them maybe to lead Glimmora again. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. They did it last time, and it worked pretty well versus me until it didn't, which means it didn't work out well for them at all, which means that they're going to do something different this time. So they have the Glimmora. I feel like they're going to set up Stealth Rocks. I have Oranberry, and I have minimal HP EVs to make sure I have an even number of HP. So I'll get down to 50%. I can activate my Oranberry with the Stealth Rocks if they do end up setting those up. And I can Rapid Spin for free versus their team, basically. They don't have a single Ghost type, no Spin Blocker, so that's great. Triple Axle is just really strong. Brave Bird as well versus their team. And then I have Thief. I'm really trying to bait in like a switch from the Fuecoco after I get that Oranberry up, maybe after I click Rapid Spin. And I can steal that Eviolite, make it way easier for my team to break through that Pokemon. It also could be easier to break through something like Dratini if they want to go out to that, although I don't know why they would. But anything like more defensive that they could go out to, I can try to break it with Thief. Honestly, Delibird has a great matchup here. If I'm able to get that speed boost from Rapid Spin, I might just be able to win the game on the spot. I don't have any good switch-ins to that, but it's a little bit hard for me to get it into that position where everything's chipped. Next up on the team is my Finneon. We are Chillonberry this week just to take an E-Speed from Dratini decently well. I think even at +2 we take an E-Speed from them, which is great. And then I can respond back with an Ice Beam, which I apparently made a water type move. And then, man, I did not. Whatever. It is what it is. We have Alluring Voice as well, which can hit that thing really hard and confuse them if they are set up. That can also work against something like, I think the Fuecoco can set up, can it not? I don't know, but SANDSHREW definitely can sword stance, and the Riolu obviously can click Nasty Plot versus such, which is really scary. But Surf is really solid versus their team. They only really have the Resistive Weasel, which does not take on Finneon well at all, as we saw in last time, where I definitely just totally walled the Weasel with my Finneon. But they also can switch into like a potential Terra Fuecoco if they're Terra Water. They also have the Bound Suite, which really doesn't come to this matchup anyways. We have a strong U-turn as well in case they are some interesting Terra on that Fuecoco. We can get out of there pretty easily. Storm Drain makes sure that we beat Terra Water on that Pokemon. It also makes sure that we beat the Weasel. Just a very solid Pokemon in the matchup. Really didn't think Finneon was going to be so good in this league, but I brought it to like 5 games, and it's been awesome. So I'm really glad that I drafted it. Maybe a candidate for my team for next season. Next up is going to be my Terra Captain. We got Jangmo-o here. This is a really fun set. Taunt Dragon Dance is fun. We were Terra Fire just to get around the Will-O-Wisp on the Fuecoco. Obviously, we can click Taunt versus them, but I don't have any speed investment, so I already need to have a Dragon Dance up to be able to make sure I outspeed that Pokemon. Since I think we speed tie when we're both no speed, or if they just have like 2 points invested in speed. I know that's not how it works, but it is for me. But we have a ton of special defense on this Pokemon. Should be able to take hits decently well from the Fuecoco, take hits decently well from the Murkrow. I'm assuming like Air Slash, Dark Pulse, Heat Wave sort of set on that Pokemon. We have the Oranberry, so we can get a lot of HP back. They don't have a Fairy type Pokemon on their team, so we just get Dragon Dances up and we click Outrage. I also have Earthquake, which can hit potential like Terra Steel. I guess if they're Terra Fairy as well on the Fuecoco, that could be a threat, but also just destroys the Glimmet, which is a big threat to the team. We are soundproof on this Pokemon. I honestly don't think it really matters. Do they have a sound Pokemon? I mean, Chingling, I guess, can click some sound moves. But Jangmo looks really solid in this game if we're able to get the Dragon Dance up. Really nice to just not be affected by the Will-O-Wisp on the Fuecoco. So hopefully I can beat that thing 1v1. Next up is a very similar set to what we brought last week on our Tinkatink. We were Swords Dance, Play Rough, Facade, and Knockoff. Facade gives me more options if I get Will-O-Wisp by the potential Fuecoco. I do think they have some other status potentially on their team, maybe not. I feel like T-Wave on the the Chingling could be a solid pick for them. I think they also have like T-Wave on Murkrow. So I'm worried about those sort of things. But if I get to +2, I'm in a really good spot. We go through the Unaware since I have the Mold Breaker ability, and I'm outrunning most of their team. I think we have 15 speed on this Pokemon, which outruns their like biggest defensive threats. If their Dratini and Chingling aren't max speed, then I outrun them both as well. And I just one-shot basically every single one of those Pokemon at +2, which is really, really nice for me. Play Rough is really strong with this Pokemon, and I'm Eviolite, so I should easily be able to take hits from anything on their team, really. I don't think they can one-shot me with anything on their side. Maybe like Choice Specs, Terrify, or Fuecoco, and even then I don't know if they would one-shot me, especially after I knock that item off. But really good Pokemon in this matchup. Last time I didn't really get to use it like I wanted to, and I'm hoping that Tinkatink can actually put in some work this week. Next up is my Ekans, our second Eviolite Pokemon here. I have the Toxic Spikes variant because I do expect the Glimmet to be gone very, very early in the game, and then I can set up T-Spikes, very much limit the switch-ins to the Fuecoco, which is really nice for me. Make sure that they can't just like switch around like they did a lot of last game. But I have a lot of really strong attacks into them. Earthquake for the Glimmet should be able to one-shot that thing unless they are like max Eviolited, very bulky. Knockoff is great for the Eviolite on Fuecoco. It's great into like the Murkrow to kind of see what kind of set they have. It can be great into the SANDSHREW to knock off a potential Eviolite there. And then Gunk Shot's just a great hit into the rest of their team. We have a lot of special defense to try to eat a hit from the Murkrow, eat a hit from the Fuecoco, so I should be in a decent spot with this Pokemon. Looks really strong, and the Intimidate ability can help me cycle around if they are like sort of set on Riolu, if they're physical, on the Dratini, on the SANDSHREW, on stuff like that. And then last but not least is going to be my Bonsly here. A very great Pokemon. Also, just like Finneon, did not think it was going to be too good, but the combination of Sturdy plus Custap Berry has been really nice for me so far this season. I have dual hazards with Stealth Rocks and Spikes this week, which are very, very strong versus their team. I don't think that they're going to run heavy duty boots because they're not that good in Little Cup unless you're afraid of webs, which are illegal in this version, but they aren't very much legal in Season 2, which will be fun. But it's really good here. I mean, we just get that Stealth Rock up and get 25% off of Fuecoco, 25% off of Murkrow. Basically put everything in range of an Outrage from Jangmo, which is great. But we also have that Sturdy, so I can always eat a hit from any one Pokemon if they're, whatchamacallit, if the Riolu is going crazy. You know, I can always eat one hit, fire back an Earthquake. If the Murkrow is going crazy, eat one hit, fire back Rock Smash. Or Rock Blast. If the SANDSHREW's going crazy, eat a hit, go for Earthquake. It's really good in the matchup, and I feel like it's going to be clutch to make sure I don't get swept by anything on their team, since it can be very offensive if they choose it to be. That's going to be it for the battle. I know a little bit of a more rambly team builder here, but it's a really important game. I really want to win this league, and we got 2 more games left to do so. Got to win here, and then next week we're playing the winner of Bio versus Cart, which is going to be really scary if we have to take on number 1 Cart, who is undefeated so far with their Porygon. But Bio is also, you know, really scary. If you beat Cart, you know that you're really good. So we're going to see what happens. Hope you guys enjoy. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Join my Discord if you're interested in some more Little Cup stuff. And yeah, let's get to the... All right, what is going on, everyone? We are here connected to Jamal for the semifinals of the PPDL. It was nice to have a week or 2 off, but I feel a little bit rusty, so hopefully we're going to be able to take it. They bring their Fuecoco, Glimmet, Murkrow. Makes sense. No Weasel this time, which also makes sense because I destroyed it last time. They've got SANDSHREW, Spinner, Riolu, and Chingling. No Dratini. I thought the Dratini was going to be there in the Chingling spot, but besides that, I expected the other ones. I think Finneon's always my lead. It's my most expendable Pokemon by far in this game. Seeing no Weasel and no Dratini, because that's why we had the Berry there. Basically just for the Dratini. Make sure we can't get like E-speeded after Dragon Dance sort of stuff. But yeah, good luck. Have fun to our opponent. I would really like to win this one, but we'll see what happens. Definitely very scared about that Murkrow because it can do a lot. Really want to get my T-Spikes up in this game, so hopefully we can get Glimmet down pretty early. And if they set up a layer of Spikes or Stealth Rocks is a little bit more likely, I don't mind too much because we do have Oranberry and are specifically EV'd on my Delibird to account for it. All right, what's it going to be? Fuecoco. Okay, just off the bat. I mean, this thing is going to have to Terra. So I'm just going to U-turn out, and we're going to see what kind of Terra they are. If they, you know, do end up, like, switching out or something, then we can get initiative, obviously. Obviously get initiative anyways, no matter what happens here. And I do expect them to want to be kind of like water again this week. Makes a lot of sense. But we'll see. It doesn't have to be. Definitely does not have to be. But I haven't been playing that much Mons recently. I mean, I have, obviously. But I've been getting my 2-week Minecraft phase. I had a forfeit win earlier today. I'm getting a little burnt out for sure. Ooh, grass. I love that. I love to see that. That is awesome. This U-turn's actually going to do a good chunk. I get to see how much it does. Yeah, that's actually quite a lot. Fuecoco grass. I mean, yeah, that U-turn did so much. From Finneon. I mean, we're minus attack. If we were just attack invested, that would have done so much. And, I mean, it's really hard to pick a Pokemon to switch out to here. I mean, Ekans could be fine, but if we see a Will-O-Wisp, it's really free into my team. Puts me in a bad spot. That's why we're Terra-Fire Jangmo, so I can't go straight out to it here. But I can go Ekans and freely click Knockoff or like even Gunk Shot, but I think Knockoff is a little bit better versus them. I really hope we're not seeing the Will-O-Wisp though, right? That would be so tough. Will-O-Wisp would really hurt here. But it's my play. We take 2 flamethrowers if that's what they're going for. as it's just going to be Terra Blast Grass. That is huge. That is huge. Terra Blast. That did 3 damage to me. I mean, they're just like minimal investment. In this turn, I mean, they're basically forced to switch out. I think we see Glimmet come out here. I want to make a read and go for Earthquake on this Glimmet. But I think Knockoff just gets basically the same thing done. Oh, man. Because if they go... I mean, what is their other switch in? Riolu doesn't resist. I mean, it could potentially be Sandshrew, and Knockoff on that thing would be great. Let me just Knockoff. As they stay in. What? They were Oranberry, so their Eviolites are on other Pokemon. They're going to Wisp me. I'm glad I did not go for EQ there. Yeah, we are now burnt, which is no biggie. Now we are burnt. We do a ton here with Gunk Shot if we go for it. I mean, we do outspeed them. We would knock them out. I still think Gunk Shot is a good play, even if they go Glimmet. As no, they just stay and they sack it. That is so huge. They give me the Fuecoco off the bat. I mean, being Terra Grass, it wasn't very good into my team at all. But still, wow. Just not exactly what I expected. If we see Glimmet come out here, I think we could just click Earthquake versus them. If they're not Eviolite, they would just like straight up, it would be a roll. Depending on if they have some defense investment. Water Boy comes out. Chingling. This Pokemon is scary. I actually am a little bit worried about this thing. Because I don't know what it does. Maybe I should pull it up. Let's pull up my Showdown. I really wish I was Toxic here. But look at Little Cup, Chingling. I mean, are they like Calm Mind Stored Power? Probably. Probably Calm Mind Stored Power sort of stuff. I can go Jangmo and potentially taunt them. And Dragon Dance up in their face. Do we outrun them? They can be like 15 speed if they want to be. We don't have any speed investment, but if they have no speed investment as well, it's a tie, I think. Yeah. That's tough. I mean, I have Tink. Let's just go Tink here, man. Let's just go Tink. I don't think they're really going to be able to do too much to my Tink. Like, if it's Cosmic Power, sure. That's a little bit scarier. But I click Swords Dance. They reflect, so they're dual screens. Okay. So they are dual screens, probably going to be set up on something. I really would just want a Swords Dance here. I mean, what's their worst? T-Wave. T-Wave is annoying. But +2 through Reflect, I mean, probably wouldn't knock them out since they definitely have some investment. Let's just go for a knock here. We outspeed them. We get a good chunk of damage off. It's not bad at all. Knock off the Light Clay. Yeah, so their screen goes up. That's fine. So now they have double screens. I feel like we're definitely seeing the T-Wave go off this turn. I kind of want to make the play to go back out to Ekans. I also don't hate the Finneon switch here. Yeah, because Ekans, if they just click Psychic, if they have a Psychic move, they definitely just like knock me out. But what, they're dual screens, probably T-Wave, right? They could be Yawn. Knockoff, maybe. Let me go Finneon. If we get T-Waved on this Pokemon, it's not the end of the world at all. It is definitely not. And I don't mind this Pokemon taking damage. They're just straight up Baton Pass. So, I mean, we're limiting some of the options. They can't set up with the Murkrow, which is nice. The Sandshrew is what can set up, which we're limiting. The Glimmora or the Glimmet can set up, which we're limiting as well. Being able to hit those things pretty hard. I actually really like my position. And the best part about it is I have Sturdy sitting in the back. Sturdy on my Bonsly. So what do they go out to here? Like, Sandshrew, it can't really come out. I mean, even Eviolite takes 50% through this light screen, unless they have significant bulk. Earthquake doesn't even one-shot me. Cospog. That's the Glimmet. I mean, this thing I don't think can kill me unless they're, what, max attack? Like, very invested. We outrun this Pokemon, though. I'm just going to click Surf on them. I'm always just going to Surf. Get some good damage. That's 50%. Wow, and they're Sandstorm. What? Sandstorm is crazy. Sandstorm is absolutely insane from this Pokemon. What were they cooking? Are they... They're not Sand Force, they're Sand Rush, right? On the Pokemon in the back. That's actually crazy. I mean, let's just Surf again. I mean, they're for sure sacking this thing, right? They're going to get some damage off. Their Memento. Oh, okay. So there's a Light Screen and we're -2 against this SANDSHREW that's coming in. That is very, very scary. Even through Light Screen, though, like, I don't think they can even kill us for 1. And for 2, we still do a decent chunk. Sandy Cheeks does end up coming out here. At neutral, they have 1 roll that can knock me out here. This is a really scary Mon, though. Yeah, I mean, I just have to stall them out through the turns. I just Surf here every time. I get some damage. They're SD. Yeah, are they Eviolite? Is what I want to know. Yeah, definitely. They're super Eviolite. We get hit by the Sandstorm here. Light Screen is gone, which is huge. But I just need to stall out these turns of Sandstorm. And then basically Finneon will be able to knock it out. So I really want to make the hard Delibird play here on the Earthquake. But if they click Rapid Spin, it's tough for me. +2 Rapid Spin does nothing, though. I don't think they can ever risk that, can they? Actually, here, let's go sack the Ekans. Get this Intimidate off on them. Just to be a little bit safer. We're going to sack the Ekans. Yeah, as they're just going to Earthquake. So I should have made the Delibird play. That's not too big of a deal. Ekans goes down. Sand is still going. But they're just +1. Bonsly can't do anything to them. But I do get 2 hits off, which is nice. 2 Earthquakes. I kind of want to go out to Bonsly, then double out to Delibird. I think I'm going to do that here. I'm going to stall out your turns. We're going to double to Delibird here. If they do call it, then that's okay. They're probably just expecting, oh yeah, he's sturdy. But if we break through this guy, like this is their win right here. They sub. Oh, they're sub. That's crazy. Wow. They are sub. Reflect is gone now. Sub puts me in a world of pain. Can Jangmo live a +1 Earthquake? It's a roll. It's definitely a roll, and if they're Jolly over Adamant, then probably, right? Jolly. I mean, they're not going for Earthquake this turn. Who am I kidding? They're going for some rock move. I'm just going to be switching around forever, man. I mean, if Delibird gets to come back in, it clicks Triple Axle and knocks them out. There's Smackdown. Smackdown did 8. So we're going to get hit by the Sandstorm. Man, the sand is going forever. They've got 2 more turns left. I don't know. I could be a Terra. That's good. They know that. Man, what do I do? I think I just click Outrage. Outrage is the only thing that guaranteed breaks sub. And if they do predict me, yeah, they click Smackdown again, which is nice. Because we live that. We're going to get an Oranberry pop, too. So we'll live another one. But, I mean, we're locked into Outrage now. But the nice thing is we break this. We're going to get rid of the sand turns. So goodbye to that. And, I mean, we're locked in for another Outrage. So it's whatever they want to do here. I mean, they can't click sub. The only thing I could have seen them doing is like rapid spinning being really scary. But I'm pretty sure the Sandstorm goes away this turn, which means I can bring back in the Finneon. Yeah, no sand. Surf should be able to easily knock them out at this range. Easily. Even Ice Beam would. What's left on their team? Riolu and I guess Murkrow. Murkrow's a scary mon. We're just going to Surf here. They should let it go down. I mean, if they give me damage on something else, that's totally fine too. But yeah, SANDSHREW goes down. All right. Well, now we don't have to worry about SANDSHREW. The Glimmet is gone. The Chingling is not a threat at all. It's the Murkrow and the Riolu. And that's basically their team. They could go back into Chingling if they want. I don't know how much bulk investment they have. Water Boy, yeah. I mean, we could straight up knock it out with Surf here. It's my play, always. Just go for Surf. They're also going to have very limited turns of their Reflect or Light Screen. And if they click Light Screen, then I just U-turn out the next turn into a physical attacker. Reflect is much better versus my team anyways. But against Riolu, I think we just click like Alluring Voice. Could be a little bit scary if they sub. I don't know, man. It is still very scary. Do we just straight up knock it out? No, we do not. And they're going to get the light screen up. So we just U-turn. We U-turn here every time. Should knock it out, and we're able to go out to one of our physical attackers. Which one, though? Like, Tinkatink kind of cleans them, right? And I'm not crazy for thinking Play Rough just kind of cleans them. I also can go Delibird, which also just kind of cleans them. I think we're going to go Tinkatink here, though. It's a little bit less risky, only with 190% clicking Play Rough instead of 3 with Triple Axle versus like that Murkrow that could come out. We got Tink out. A big Tink on the field here. Murkrow. I mean, if that Pokemon were to come out, it's level 5. It cannot be Eviolite. Actually, can it? I think it can. Because we know one of them was the SANDSHREW. What was the Glimmora one? I don't think so. Or Glimmet. I keep saying Glimmora. So, yep. They could knock me out. Potentially. How much is Heat Wave? If they're max Spatak. Potential Modest. It's not enough. Eye of Ra. That's a dirty name right there. Just sounds so menacing. I mean, I just click Play Rough here every time. They're going to Heat Wave. We should always live this. Perfect. We hit the Play Rough, and we straight up knock him out. That is huge. Let's go, Tink. Let's go. And it's only Riolu left. And depending on their investment, we could just straight up knock them out. Riri. I mean, this Pokemon's still a threat. I'm going to Play Rough them. If they get a miss... No, they're just going to Earthquake. That's fine. We do go down. Earthquake was always doing a ton. But I think Delibird can just come in here and click Brave Bird. Every time, I think. If they're Jolly, we outrun them. Brave Bird does 200%. I just click it. We click Brave Bird. Come on. Are you sending us to finals? Yes. Let's go, Delibird. Huge win over Jamal. That's 2 wins over the number 3 team. I'm going to spoil who won the other side of the matchup between Cart and Bio. Number 1 versus number 5 seed. And Bio ended up taking a 3-0 win, just like we did. So we're facing off against Bio, the 2 versus the 5 seed in the finals. Hopefully we're going to be able to do it. I can't lose two straight Little Cup finals. That will be so sad. But such a great game to Jamal, man. They're definitely, hopefully, coming back for next season, which will be up, honestly, in not too much time. That's going to start up in March. I'm really excited. But yeah, that was just a great game. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.